if you've ever seen Top Gear has an entire episode dedicated to trying to destroy a Hilux. And there are numerous videos on YouTube as well, wherein all they do is try to destroy this vehicle so that it does not end up working.
We were talking and you were telling me about your desire to live in the car. What is that?
My idea with the vehicle is I want to spend my next 2 years going across India and living essentially in the car. So there will be one bed which will be a makeshift bed, which is going to be the rear seat of the vehicle, and the other home for me is going to be the tent.
So it'll be a petrol pump to petrol pump vehicle.
That's why I have 2 jerry cans. Okay. I am Pulkit Kaushik and this is my Hilux. I purchased it 2 months ago. I have done around 3,000 odd kilometers on the vehicle, mostly on highway. And this is a 204 horsepower vehicle, 500 Newton meters of torque. Essentially, this is a Fortuner engine. So this is a diesel variant. It is the only variant which is available in India. This is an automatic version. This is the High 80, which is the top variant which is available in India. Hilux in India only comes in 4x4 and hence this is also a 4x4 vehicle.
How much did you pay for it on road?
I think I paid around 43 for the vehicle. Then I got extended warranty also, so it keeps on adding up a bit.
When you were buying this car, particularly the extended warranty part of it, so what was the standard and what is the extended and how much did you pay for it?
The standard warranty is 1 lakh kilometers or 3 years, whichever is earlier. Considering the way I plan to use the vehicle, I thought it wasn't enough for me. So I went for 2,20,000 kilometers and 5 years of warranty.
And how much would you have paid for it?
I think I paid around 87,000 for the extended warranty, which is essentially extending it for 2 years and 1,20,000 kilometers.
What all does warranty cover?
The warranty essentially includes anything that comes as stock with the vehicle, and if it goes wrong, then Toyota will come to your aid. Toyota will also send their own vehicle in order to recover you from wherever you're stuck when your vehicle has either stopped working or is in a condition where it is not functioning properly. So let's say that the air conditioner goes off. The vehicle will still function, right? But Toyota will still send one of their guys to pick up the vehicle and you will then be escorted back, and that is a peace of mind which I essentially wanted. I've had some bad experiences with vehicles in the past, so I wanted that peace of mind and I paid for it. That's why I wanted 5 years of peace of mind.
Mileage.
The tent has been aerodynamically designed. It has been tested in wind tunnels in China in order to ensure that it is as aerodynamic as it is possible for them to make it. However, it still adds a certain amount of drag to the vehicle. Plus, every kg of weight that I add onto the vehicle also affects the mileage. The day I purchased the vehicle, I got the tires upgraded. The tires also contribute in reducing the mileage. If I'm paying attention while I'm driving and I have an agenda that I want to get as much maximum mileage as possible from the vehicle, then maybe I'll get somewhere around 10.5 in city drives, not in bumper to bumper traffic. In bumper to bumper traffic, I get somewhere maybe around 8, something like that. If I drive it like the way I drive it, I get somewhere around 7.5. And that is on an empty road also. If I'm really pushing the vehicle, if I'm giving it acceleration every now and then, whenever I want, out of the blue, unnecessary acceleration also, then I get somewhere around 7 kilometers per liter. But I'm pretty sure that once I go into bad terrain, that the mileage is going to drop even further. And on a very bad patch, I'm expecting somewhere around 5.
So it'll be a petrol pump to petrol pump vehicle.
That's why I have 2 jerry cans. Insurance is this one topic which people absolutely don't know anything about. To the extent that even the salesperson at the dealerships don't. And I've had quite some experience purchasing vehicles and speaking with them about insurances. Engine protection is something that you absolutely need to take. Let's say that in Gurgaon, when it rains, water clogs up into the basement as well. And hence a lot of vehicles, when the owners start to crank their engines, trying to get their vehicles out of the basement during a rainy season, they simply let the water into the engine. And that's essentially just a write-off to the engine. The piston rod's bent and then it's done. I have engine protection for my vehicle if water goes through it, but I still don't trust the insurance companies with it, because I'm pretty sure that the moment I'm crossing a very small water crossing, it will be considered as an off-road use. and somewhere down in the terms and conditions they will ensure that I don't get my money. That's why I have the snorkel, to ensure that I don't face that day.
So the snorkel is acting as a guarantee to them that listen, you're going to be doing a 4x4 on this, and you've taken extra precaution. Typically, like if you have a electronic lock on your car, they give you a lower premium on insurance.
Yes, so this is essentially a cheaper insurance that I got for the engine.
What else did you get on in terms of inclusions on your insurance?
I have rodent protection because a lot of the wirings that go in today's car are made of soya, if I'm not wrong. Soya or soy, if I'm not wrong, and which attract a lot of rodents. So I have that. I've had experiences where my family members' vehicles have been bitten off by rats. So let's say a portion of the wiring harness was eaten up by a rat. Now you don't have, now if you don't have that insurance, you have to end up paying for the entire wiring harness in the vehicle, and that ends up costing a huge amount. I have, I think, a 2 lakh cover for every passenger, or a 5 lakh cover for every passenger, and then another 5 lakh cover for the driver. I have a cover for if there, in case there's a paid driver as well, if there's a driver other than the owner as well, because let's say sometimes one of my friends is driving the vehicle. The last thing I want is not to get the benefit of the insurance just because I was not the one driving the vehicle.
Okay, how much did you pay?
For the insurance, I paid around 1,10,000, but that also includes the 3-year additional insurance that comes along with it.
Yeah, the third party.
This vehicle essentially is a Fortuner. Hence, the scheduling and the cost as it is with a Fortuner. Every 10,000 kilometers, you get an oil change. Every 50,000 kilometers, you probably get your differential oil changed. And then it continues. Your timing belt changes, I think, at around 1 lakh kilometers.
Have they given you any idea about the servicing cost? Any idea?
So I don't necessarily have an idea about the servicing cost, but since I've gone through what the servicing cost of a Fortuner is, hence around 6 to 7,000 rupees every service. I think I'm
For a car of this size?
a car of this size, yes.
Wow.
Because essentially nothing really has to be changed except the engine oil, maybe a coolant every now and then, and that's it. I wanted something which was reliable. That was my first priority. I wanted something that if I take it into the wild, it does not give up on me. And hence I went for this car. If you've ever seen Top Gear has an entire episode dedicated to trying to destroy a Hilux. And there are numerous videos on YouTube as well, wherein all they do is try to destroy this vehicle so that it does not end up working. And if a vehicle can go through something like that, I think it is enough for things that I would put it to use for. And hence I wanted something which gave me a certain peace of mind. The only options that I really had for such a reliable vehicle, which I could also take off-road, which also was available in 4x4, because the moment you enter into the 4x4 category, you don't really have a lot of options. You don't really have something to play with. Either you go up the price bracket into 90 lakhs, a crore of rupees, and that's when you truly get, like, let's say if you were to spend 70, 75, 80 lakhs, then you would get a Wrangler. But it eventually becomes a hobby car, because the moment you're inside the vehicle, there's just so much noise and so much of outside drama that enters into the vehicle that you can't really enjoy the vehicle the way I wanted it. I wanted my vehicle from inside to be like car, and from outside I wanted it to be like an off-roader. The Isuzu Dmax, of course, was one of the choices I had, but for the very obvious reason that it's an outdated vehicle, it's not as powered as this is, it does not offer a rear differential lock.
We were talking and you were telling me about your desire to live in the car. What is that?
My idea with the vehicle is I want to spend my next 2 years going across India and living essentially in the car. So there will be one bed which will be a makeshift bed, which is going to be the rear seat of the vehicle, and the other home for me is going to be the tent. This is a 3 to 4% tent, and I believe I'll be very comfortable in it, and I'll be able to spend my next 2 years throughout India. And since there will be varied terrain that I will have to face, I just wanted something that could just take me anywhere and then get me back home as well.